going as fast as I can to try and get this stream going because this is very important information. And let me just try to gather my composure. I was extra long prayer trying to gather my composure for this report, okay? Here we are at February 25th, 2023. Nice quiet day on the sun, right? A little bit there, but nothing too big, right? Looks nice and quiet, right? No, not right. So we come over to Stereo A, all right? And we check out Stereo A, right? And it's only got 22 frames, but it's got something. Do you see this at the end? But it's what? It's barely nothing, right? So I come over to my site to see what's going on, and bingo. Let's just back this up. Get it just right for you guys. In this frame right here, I'll come back to this. 2053. Remind me of this one, because I'm losing it. Okay, so our event that was not covered is this. You guys, look at the size of this. We are at February 25th, okay? 2023. The missing data, okay? Look at what they're hiding. Okay, this is huge. And when you start to see what's going on here, okay, I'm just going to take it slow, okay? Boom. This is huge, okay? In this frame, 2053, let me zoom in here and focus this and stuff for you guys. Okay. I'm just got to look at my screen real quick, center it, make sure this is picking up properly. Oh my God. Okay. What we're looking at is a giant stellar core right here that is erupting from the plasma. This is a huge plasma ball that you saw. This ball is erupting from it. It's emerging from it, okay? In this front, here's the actual sphere, the front side of it. You can make out a gap in between it and its magnetic field, okay? So right here is our spheroid, okay? You can see the conical effect here. I'll show you the example again. This conical effect right here. Okay, you see the stripes on this glass? It's the same conical effect right here going around this big object. Stay right there. Okay. Now, in this image, you can see the cone coming out from it. Let me just run it back and forth real quick. Keep it in the frame. Okay, you can see this thing emerge from the plasma. Boom. Boom. Here's our object right here, okay? Here's the plasma streaking out from behind it. Now, 2053, in this frame, let me scoot this back up. Let me adjust the lighting. Let me zoom in a little harder. Let me remove that. Scoot it up. Okay, my camera sucks at picking up red. So, here is our object, okay? This is a streak of lightning going up. You know what? I zoomed in too hard. We have to zoom back. We need to pull back. That's the problem. Right about there is our perspective, I believe. Because as I tilt this forward. Okay, so let me describe first as we're in this period. Here's our object, okay? It's getting hit with plasma. It's supercharging, and it's emitting a lightning bolt, okay? This lightning bolt goes up, and then as we tilt, you can see that it is reaching this black spheroid object right here, okay? It is making a connection. It's overcharging and it's emitting plasma in the form of a lightning bolt and striking this red stellar core up here, okay? This is a biblical sign. I know people have had dreams about this image and have drawn it. It's of Nemesis striking Nibiru with lightning, okay? That's what this image is. That's what this frame right here, 2053, is. Okay, I fear I'm a little too late with tonight's later message connecting the dots. That's why it was so important to do this now, but first we have to do this report, okay? Now, I'm going to just spend some time here because you guys really need to see this. And you know what? Since it's such a biblical sign, let's zoom in and catch it just right. Let me pull it over a little bit. I'm trying as hard as I can, you guys. I have to look through a camera screen, adjusting tint. It's all about the tint and the darkness, okay? So, now we have, you can see the bottom side of Nibiru, or this stellar core, whatever you want to call it, okay? It's right here. You can see it glowing up the side of it right here, okay? Then as I tilt forward, you can see the round object, okay? It's right here, okay? There's another dark one right here. And as it emerges, and this one emerges, and this one emerges, this one has a trailing one. This little dark spot is another moon. This streak, as it comes up, we're going to get into this. The magnetic field of this thing actually bends light. This is a shaft of light, and as I roll this forward and backwards, this stellar core bends this shaft of light, okay? This is magnetic field bending light. These are stellar cores. These are dark matter, okay? They're so dense that they have gone, they're a condensate now, okay? They no longer, they just pull in plasma and electricity. They're in a phase that is energy depleted, and you can't see them, okay? They only absorb light. They don't reflect light, okay? And they bend light. And when I rotate this, we'll show you this. There's the lightning bolt. There's just so much going on in this frame, you guys. Okay. Let me center this a little bit better. Let me straighten out my thing. Oh my God, everything's crooked. It's not straight. It's not focusing. Oh, help me, God. Okay, so now it's important that I got to zoom back. We'll get a better perspective as we zoom back. Now that you know what to look for, okay? Now, now that I pointed out what to look for, we're going to zoom back, okay? Let's get it just right to where I can use the tool and you guys can see properly. One back. Okay. Pull it over. Center it. Okay, now what I'm going to do is a little back and forth so you can see this emerge from the plasma. Watch this black one. As it comes up, it will bend this streak. See that? So we got one right here. It has a little moon right here trailing it. There's one right up here. There's the other one that the lightning bolt is connecting to, okay? There are multiple objects in this frame. This thing is traveling with a bunch of moons. I'm being attacked right now as I'm doing this report, okay, you guys? I'm sorry, this sounds so weird. It's because I'm under an attack right now going live. And I'm trying to hold my composure and report at the same time, so bear with me. Here, our object lightning bolt, another object, bending light. Let's go back and forth, back and forth. This is a huge CME. I don't I don't believe they're readings or whatever, okay? But it's bending the shaft of light. This smaller one is bending light. This one's bending light. It's draping around it. It's absorbing light. Light is silhouetting it by draping around it. It's a black, invisible object, only visible when plasma drapes over it like this, especially when the lightning bolt comes off of it and makes contact to another neighboring stellar core. Okay, here we are at the 304. Okay, here's our incident right here. Okay, this is going to be Earth facing. It is Earth directed. All right, it's coming from this angle. You saw the direction this thing is taking. All right, now. All right, you see the direction it's taking. You see how it's coming out, like the camera here, like more of an angle, like my arrow's pointing towards the upper right-hand part of my camera up here, okay? So it's coming out of the screen towards this upper part of the camera, all right? That's your perspective, all right? This is three-dimensional. Okay, space is three-dimensional. We're looking at a two-dimensional image. That's why it's so hard to see. But when we move it like this, and you can see trajectories now, and what's going on in this sequence, in this event, see it emerging from the plasma? It was all this bubble of plasma, and then it emerges from it. This one's bending light. Okay? This takes 3 days to get here. This is the 25th. We're talking the 28th now. We have something coming in on the 27th as well. I reported yesterday. This is a red alert. This is not good because the next thing I'm about to show you is its trajectory. Where is it? Please, God. Where to go? Oh, I didn't pull it up. Maybe we can use this one. The blue one, please, God. Oh, I X'd out of it. Great. All right. I'm going to work on the trajectory here in a second. All right, here, we're just going to go to this instrument. We're going to go right to the tracker. Okay. Now, this tracker, let's zoom in. Get it in your screen for you guys. Sorry, I'm trying to report, and this is adjusted since yesterday. Yesterday it was just kind of sideswiping us. Now we're taking more of the brunt. Can you guys see this? Let me zoom in more. I'm not doing good enough here. All right, I want you guys to see this crystal clear. All right, they adjusted this. This is more of a straight on. This looks like yesterday's event, but adjusted. Now, we have another one coming off right behind this one, okay? They haven't even put it on this instrument yet. I know it. This is yesterday's, but adjusted now. Now we're taking more of a straight-on impact instead of catching the very corner of it, okay? Like I told you before, the object yesterday is taking a trajectory that's going to take it right in between stereo A and the planet. It's going to go above and in between. That means it's going to affect the northern hemisphere more than the southern hemisphere this time, you guys. So this is a red alert for the northern hemisphere on the 27th, okay? We're already seeing indications of this inbound thing coming, all right? So, plus another one right behind it that's probably even bigger, okay? I need to go back. Oh, here, while we're here, let's zoom. No, let's just slide up and back away and slide up and slide over up. Okay, here it comes. Here it comes. We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. Just get it mounted just right. Yeah, ta-da! Today's goes X-ray flux. Here's yesterday's event that I reported on coming in between Stereo A and our Earth. It went to the seafloor again, and boom! Here is our next object with its accompanying objects, okay? It is just shy of an X-class flare. Let's scroll down. These guys are reporting it as a M6.3. The other one is a 3.7. By the looks to me of that looks more like a X-class flare. I don't know what they decide on when they measure these, but that is intense. Look how this is the size of the sun, not the earth. This little white circle, not the black one. The white circle is the size of the sun. This blast is at least 2 to 3 times the size of the sun, okay? And that's at its first stage. Look at this. Boom! And it's because this big giant object is busting through the plasma. It's streaking this little moon. And watch this little guy right here. See this little guy light up and trailing? It comes out a little faster to catch up to it. It was magnetically held to the sun. This thing snapped and released. This little trailing guys are being held. They snap and release. And it's covered in plasma, okay? And it's releasing. I can't believe the other one is not pulled up. All right. What I need to do is do this real quick, and you guys please be patient with me right now while I do this. You guys are watching this unfold as I do it. So I need to zoom back out so I can access the numbers, okay? And I need to go to, where am I going to? To Soho, right here, I believe, this one. Okay, and I did have it all loaded up. What happened? Okay, I'm sorry. You can feel my frustration. I'm trying to maintain my composure. Let me set this time. And let me set my frames. And let it apply. And are we on the right time frame? Yes, we are. Good. Now we're going to zoom in on this. Our missing data. Boom. Here's our event. Boom. Okay. This was missing from the other instrument. Okay. They're covering this up. And for good reason. Okay. You guys see why they're covering it up now. I just pointed out every single thing. But thank God for this site, because I need this site for trajectories, okay? Now, what we have is a big problem here. This is coming off the right-hand side of Soho and the right-hand side of Stereo A, right? Okay, the other one was coming off to the left-hand side of Stereo A, putting it, oh, dang it, why did I do this? I messed up. Putting it, oh, here, they caught the lightning bolt there. Putting it, come on. I'm losing my train of thought and everything because I didn't do it right. Give me patience, Lord, please. Give me patience. Oh, where is it? All the way back. Oh. Okay. Oh, I didn't even breathe that whole time. All right, back to where I was, though. All right, the first one's due to go right in between here, just above the planet, okay? Rocking the northern hemisphere. The next one is due to go right in front of us, okay? It's due to go, it's another close pass. It's going to have another shock field like this going the same direction right behind this one. Okay, so we got back to back. This, wait until this thing updates. I'm sure when it updates, this one will be gone and it'll just show you one. Okay, so mark that. Okay, don't expect to see two shockwaves coming back to back on this instrument unless they really, I don't know, unless they really get it right. I'm sorry, I'm trying to slow down. So, the next one is going in front of us, okay? Its trajectory is due to go in front of us. So we're getting a 1-2, a behind us and an in front of us. Both of them rocking the northern hemisphere, okay? Now, as we go back to this one, I'm going to have to break some bad news. As we continue, I got to zoom in a little further. Okay. Now, the object has passed. You see, this is the back end of it, right? And it's passing. You see all these speckles coming? You see all the speckles that are behind it? Look, there's hardly any speckling before it. Now, there's a big cloud of speckles, right? That's all debris. It's all ionized particles, okay? Ionized particles. Get it just right, okay? You see these ionized particles coming after the blast. Okay, boom. Here's our object. Here's particles. Okay, these particles are following it, okay? They thought it was blasting off the sun, which it appears to be doing, okay? And these are ionized particles, like they tell you. I agree, they are ionized particles. They are ionized particles that are the size of cars, buses, skyscrapers, stadiums, little footballs, baseballs, every different size you can imagine is in this debris tail. Debris tail. Write down on your list debris tail, because this object, not the previous one, but this one that's passing in front of our path, has a debris tail. Capiche? Comprende? Understand what I'm saying? Yes, these are ionized particles. Yes, they are. The last time when an object did this and did this ionized particle debris tail effect, the debris tail was 7 days long. For 7 days, this instrument picked up debris tail, okay, until it finally started to thin out and disappear. So the object passed the Earth 3 days later, and the debris tail was still passing the sun for another 4 days. Wrap your mind around that, okay? So I'm expecting for the next little while, we'll probably have more. There's probably going to be more. There's something coming here. There's something coming on this spike right here. I can see it pointing at something. So I expect this little ionized debris storm tail, whatever they're going to call it. I like to call it a debris tail. It might be on the instrument for the next couple of days, okay? All right, because this is a debris tail of ionized particles that's going to go right in front of us. You're starting to see we go this direction, it's in front of us. We're going to go possibly through that debris tail, you guys. You understanding what I'm saying? This is not a joke. I am using their instruments to show you what is really happening. This is why it's so important that you guys believe me, because tonight when I connect the dots, I'm going to have to explain what belief really is and why it's so important to believe a person. okay? Because they might have something important to tell you, something dire to tell you, and if you don't believe them, they endure demon attacks for forgiving you. Okay, because they know that you don't know any better, and they forgive you, and then a demon attacks them for being righteous. And I will go into that later on tonight when we get into that video, okay? But that's just a little hint of where we're going with this and why I have to do it this way, okay? What will this cause? This will cause a magnetic disturbance behind the Earth, in front of the Earth, affecting the northern hemisphere. We're going to see increased intensification of storms. We're currently having a storm hit the west coast right now, and it's going to intensify. All of your storms are going to intensify in the next well, no, not in the next 2 days, but starting 2 days. Well, actually, even before that. So, yes, starting now. Slow down, Brian. Starting now, you will start to see the intensification of storms. You will start to see more earthquake activity. You're going to see volcanic activity, auroras, plasma discharges. You're going to see the whole list. That's why I had you write down the list. Okay, go look at your list if you want to know what to expect. Look at your list. Okay, that's why I had you write it down. All right, now back to where I was. Oh, I'm a mess. I've been through the roughest day of my life, and the hardest part is yet to come tonight. So please pray for me, you guys, and just bear with me. This is not the easiest thing to report on, okay? I'm a happy-go-lucky guy, and I do not like being the bearer of bad news. Now, I have to get away from that for a minute. Man, we'll come over to the human here, okay? And good news. The brakes squealed, but we didn't come to a stop. We came to a mighty slow little crawl right there. But we're grinding right along, forward and reverse. This is all good, this blue line right here. I'm not going to pull the camera and zoom because it's just this blue line, and that's a sigh of relief for me, this blue line. Okay? Okay. I am not a dramatic person, you guys. I am not a dramatic person. I don't know what's happening to me. All right. I'm just losing it. That's all. Okay. Maybe this is why I'm losing it, because I see stuff like this on our instruments. It looked like it was calming down in this area, but now it's like back to where it was before. I noticed that this calm area is filling in on the west coast. It is filling in. We had a shift over here. Oh, no, not that. We had a shift over here. This point off of Crescent City is no longer pumping, but now the Bay Area is pumping a little harder now. Do you see this? North Bay people, you got sulfur dioxide emissions coming out of the ground right here in the North Bay. You guys might be getting your earthquake when this thing passes. Okay. We are still bleeding profusely over here on the East Coast. All these spots are just emitting sulfur dioxide. The deeper the purple, the stronger it's pumping. Just north of Lake Huron's nice dark dot. Florida is getting some now. Before it wasn't all that active. It's filling in. Texas is kind of filling in. Are you guys paying attention to your region of the country? That's why I'm doing this. Here's Salt Lake City right here. Let me zoom in and give you a better perspective. Here's Salt Lake City. Here's that blossom plume outside of Salt Lake City, and one growing right next to it. I believe this is, boy, that sure looks like downtown. I've been there once, and if I recall, that looks like the capital. That looks like right downtown. You guys are emitting sulfur dioxide downtown Salt Lake City, okay? and North Bay. Here, go over here. I'm not sure what city this is. What? Probably, I don't even know. Let's get the closest and layover of the bay. Okay, see the layover of the bay. I guess Vallejo and stuff up here, Oakland, San Francisco. So this patch that's over this part of the northern bay. Okay. Sorry, I'm in a lot of pain, you guys. So if you hear me grunting, it's because I'm in a lot of pain. China in big, big trouble. This has darkened. This has increased. This is going ballistic over here in China. Let's look at Taiwan. Something going on now. They're starting to maybe small emission. Maybe. I thought maybe that would be residual. Excuse me. Yes, this is the worst I've ever seen. Usually there's none of this stuff on this map. This became an instrument to look at a long time ago when I think it was BP Earthwatch or somebody reported a gas emission from the California coastline. And that was a true gas emission, and it was just a precursor of things to come. Okay, now let's go up here. I'm trying to do and read in the chat too, so understand the people in the... Here we go. We're in Black Sea, Caspian Sea, and then, am I saying this right? Yes, Caspian Sea. We're up into, where is this? Russia. So, Russia, Afghanistan, I think down in here, Iran. Okay, so big plume right here, big dark one. Watch out for activity around there. Right here, come on. Let's just go right to Turkey, all right? Turkey is bleeding profusely, metaphorically, okay? I'm going to start using metaphors because that's the only way I can present to you guys sometimes the concepts that I have to get across. I have to use metaphors, so it works best. Anyways, here's Turkey in big trouble. They are still big, huge blossoms, big plumes. It is spreading down the eastern Mediterranean here, down towards Lebanon, Jerusalem, Israel. It's over here at the mouth of the Nile, here in Egypt. Big problem over here at the Persian Gulf, Straits of Hormuz, the tip of the Persian Gulf right here. They're in big trouble. I would look for activity around these places where you're seeing these dark spots. Okay? Not necessarily for sure, but these are definitely hot spots. Stinky hot, okay? Smelly hot, sulfur hot. Sulfur, hint, hint, sulfur. All right. The island of Java is a mess, okay? This is where there's volcanoes. This is where some of the most dangerous volcanoes in the planet are. Anak Krakatau, and there's a couple of them right around there. So I'm seriously concerned now with our objects that are passing by of volcanic activity in this region, earthquake activity in this region, earthquake activity in China, all around this area. New Madrid zone. Okay. Now, the reason why I hold off on South America for last is because of their dispersion. These, not dispersion, but the intense compactness of the sites. Okay. As I zoom in, these are all individual sites. These are not plumes that are blowing. Sorry, I'm a fast talker, and without taking my meds and slowing down, this is me naturally just 100 miles an hour, 1,000 miles an hour, just full bore, faster than most people can comprehend, and that's why I have to slow down. But you see You see how intensely compact this is, okay? But as we go down, it's still nice and dark, individual sites, but as I pull back, compared to the other couple of days, this is a lot better than it was. This is a lot better. This is looking a little bit better. Not this. Australia's looking better. Everything south of the equator, hint, hint, is looking better, but everything north of the equator, hint, hint, is looking worse. Remember I was talking about that thing approaching us from the north? And we're already in this kind of trouble. These are indications of its approach already. Okay? When I see this activity flaring up again in this region, when it was just starting to die down, now it's flaring up and it's spreading further west. Everything in the northern hemisphere is blossoming, getting darker again. Okay? China is blossoming, getting darker than it was yesterday. Northern hemisphere. China, their spots are blossoming, getting darker. Northern hemisphere. All of Europe, all of Middle East, right here, blossoming, getting darker. Northern hemisphere. I was just reporting how Europe was kind of subsiding, and now it's starting to pick back up again. So these are all indications of our object approaching from the north, okay? I expect to see this stuff blossoming and getting stronger and stronger over the next few days, and especially on the day that it passes, and then we have a second pass on the other side of the planet the following day. We are going to get rocked, you guys. If these things, if their polarity is off, in opposite, we could be looking at our magnetic pole shift then, especially while our core is rotating backwards, giving off our weak magnetic field. There's a problem. There's huge. Gonna refrain from dropping an F-bomb, but we have a huge problem, and NASA needs to wake up. And I don't think, you know what? Screw them. They're not going to warn you anyway. They are not going to warn you. That's why you guys come here. That's why I call you guys the elite, because you guys are the ones that are in the know. That's why it's so important to share this information, you guys. I am not looking for attention, and I am not looking for likes. But I tell you one thing, views count worth millions, because that means people are seeing this and absorbing this information. Now get out there and share this, please. You guys don't know how important it is that you share this information, especially for your loved ones in this region. Okay? How much do you love your family members? Okay? This is so important. I am being demonically attacked because I am bringing you the truth. Okay? This hurts so bad. This report is excruciatingly painful. And that's why I'm trying to do it as fast as I can. The air, the wind, erase this, pull back. Our new polar vortex, folks, our new split polar vortex has formed. We've lost our triple split. The weak one absorbed the dying one. Our sub-vortex devoured the big weak one, became its own now. They are fighting for dominance, like I said, and now we have a change in our polar vortex. Okay? Now, as we scroll back down, it is now drawing air back down backwards across the United States of America. It started to ease up, but it's shifting back this way more. Let me go zoom in. I am not looking at my screen. I'm looking at the instrument. I should be looking at what you guys are looking at. Okay. You guys are seeing this. Where? Okay. We were here. The vortex is rotating backwards, okay, and it is taking the upper level jet. This is upper level in the troposphere, and it's rotating it backwards against the grain, okay, across the northern part of our country from this line up. Basically, you see that? Well, give it the kink that's in there. All right, so boom. Now, as we go lower, we're dropping down in we're dropping down in elevation. We're going closer to the Earth now, where our winds are going this direction, no longer this direction. The more solar forcing, when these objects come closer, they're going to push the upper troposphere back down onto this layer. They're going to battle against each other, right? We got winds coming this way, battling winds going that way. It's going to slow down these storms. These storms that are coming through here, even though the winds are fast, the storms are going to slow. They're going to drag. They're going to be long lasting. They're going to leave lots of precipitation as they go, but slow moving. Okay, remember that was on our list. Storms going backwards. Okay, the step before they actually go backwards is they slow down first. They're already moving in this direction, being fought from this direction. So first they got to slow down before they can turn around and start going backwards, okay? I hope you guys are grasping these concepts. It's so basic and so simple, and I'm trying to keep it basic and simple for you so you'll understand. I'm sorry I'm out of character. This is so hard to do and so excruciatingly painful. If I will explain that tonight, and when you guys, it'll all make sense tonight when I do the last dot and we connect the dots, okay? Okay, back to our polar vortex. Sorry, I got distracted by the chat. Storms destroying cities, yes. Burying people in snow. Watch out for the snow, baby. We got snow coming. All right. I'm getting buried right now. They just came on my TV with a emergency alert for blizzard conditions for the entire next 24 hours, a quick break for 6 hours, and then a 3-day blizzard alert for after that. So I will be snowbound, stuck in my house, my truck broken down in the shop because of a spiritual attack. And I'm doing a report, Brian. You're doing a report. Our southern polar vortex, not looking very normal either. We are in the transitional season. This does happen during this season, but not to these effects. So as we go back to our northern here, one thing that's kind of, whoops. Oh yeah, this is our jet stream now. Our upper jet that goes around, and it has these huge bows and dips and splits in it. This split in it right here is what's causing cold air from Alaska to come down and give snow to Southern California. All right, the freakish weather is because of the inbound object causing these dips in the jet, causing the freakish weather. This is action reaction, okay? So now, let's go over to this, because we have a new updated GFS model. Okay. Feeling a little better now. Okay, here's starting over. Here's our storm coming through the West Coast. It's going to be a monster for you guys, having ice and all sorts of snow for the upper Midwest. Here comes the second round. Going to do the same thing, ice and everything again. Here comes another round. Now, this isn't set in stone, and with these objects inbound, I expect that maybe these projections are underestimates, and that the newer, later projections will be more intense. Okay, I'm expecting this kind of weather at the minimum, with a dramatic increase in the intensity of each one of these storms, these low pressures, these high pressures, all these different pressures are about to change drastically. Okay? Especially when we're going to have a pass in front of us and behind us. Okay? Yes, I will share the Lord. I will share the Lord later on tonight. Okay? This is an emergency alert. This is not my normal show. This is a emergency alert. And this is not a drill. This is not a drill. I hope you hear the passion in my voice, because that's the only way I can sell you on how important this is. And I think you guys are experiencing side effects firsthand where you live. Okay? Now you're starting to take it seriously. Now you guys are starting to take me seriously. Please do, because I am only trying to bring you the truth. I do make mistakes time to time, and I take pride in trying to correct them, admit to them right away, and correct them, and then move forward from that. I'm sorry. Please pray for me. I am under attack right now. Okay, so just please pray for me, and I will explain later, and it will all make sense, and you will look back on this and go, oh my God, the poor guy was under an attack at the moment he was doing. No wonder why he's out of character. I wanted to go back here, though. No. We have to go back to this, okay? 2053. Yes, this image right here. This is a sign, okay? This is what a sign in the sun looks like. It paints our object, our invisible stellar core that is made of dark matter that doesn't absorb light. It doesn't reflect. It absorbs light. It doesn't reflect light. It bends light. It's so dense. It also enjoys another attribute of density and mass called gravitational lensing, and that takes light from behind it, focuses it around it to the front to a focal point, making it look see-through. So not only is it black, it doesn't reflect light, it absorbs light, and it's see-through, enjoying gravitational lensing. Whew. Can you wrap your head around that, folks? That's why it's so hard to see. But it can only be seen when it interacts with another star. And the plasma from the interaction rips off of the burning star, attracted to the out-of-phase star that is super energy depleted, looking for any kind of electron, proton it can get. It's neutronic. It'll absorb any kind of electron, proton, anything. When this thing passes by, it might zap every battery on the planet and drain everything. Drain the grid, drain every battery, drain every solar panel, every electrical line, even the lines. You see what it's doing to the sun? You see how much it's just ripping off of the sun? Imagine when it passes us. We might spit out a big plasma thing at this. Our planet might spit out a huge lightning bolt up into the sky at this thing. Or this thing might spit out a huge lightning bolt like it's doing to the fellow stellar core. There's a lot that could go on with this thing when it passes. Then after it passes, we have a huge debris tail still to deal with, okay? I am going to rock this back and forth so you can see this black spheroid emerge from the plasma. At 2053, right here, where you see this lightning bolt coming out and striking the other dark, round spheroid object right there, that's the biblical sign that some people were dreaming about, of Nemesis striking Nibiru with lightning, or lightning either way, Nibiru striking Nemesis. There is a plasma conduit of lightning between the two, okay? That's how we say it, okay? So there's your biblical sign, the dreams coming true, the drawings that people have made displayed for you today, February 25th. Today, the day that I'm going to connect the dots for you. Okay? This event happening, I fear I am too late connecting the dots. It's happening. I fear I'm too late. So it's ultra important that you guys, between now and my next broadcast, when I connect the dots, it's important that you guys go through all the dots. You cannot watch the 10th dot and connect them if you have not seen all the dots. All right. And I tried to label them on my videos. The 7th and 8th got taken down for a little copyright thing, and I redid it. It's out of sequence, but you need to jump over, watch 7 and 8, then 9. So when we do 10 tonight, it will all come together and it will all make sense. Okay. You have to see the other dots. I'm new here, Brian. Where can I see? Wendy, the last 10 or 8 videos, 8 to 10 videos I did, I put it in the title, dot 1, first dot, dot 2, dot 3, dot 4, okay? Each video is the dot, okay? Each dot means something, and there's a hidden picture that you can't see. It's something that's invisible like this. It's almost impossible to see unless I connect these dots and paint the picture. You know how you do a dot to dot? You can't make out what the picture is until you connect all the dots. You can try and guess when you only got half the dots done, but it doesn't work. You can connect the dots wrong and get 7 and then 8 and then maybe 1 and 2, but you're still not going to connect them all properly in order to connect the dots properly and see the hidden picture. What I am about to show you guys tonight, when we connect the dots and you guys see the hidden picture, you're going to be blown away, okay? You're going to be blown away, all right? And then all of this stuff, all the dots before will all fall into line. It will all make sense, and you will go backwards from dot 10, and you will want to review each dot now. You will be so intrigued by the big picture. I bet you guys will start going backwards and counting down. Oh, wait, what was the 9th dot again? Oh, shit. Oh, it was that. And what was this 8th dot again? What was the 7th? What was the 6th? Well, I swear, once I am done connecting these dots, you're probably going to want to go back through because you're not going to believe what you see. You're not going to believe what you see. So you will going to have to go back through these dots. And that's why I have laid them out this way for you, so you can. And you can go back and you can see and put them redo them properly so you can see properly. Okay? Is as much as I can say at this point. I love your guys' comments. I'm just trying to speed read while speed talking, while speed reporting, while juggling a spiritual attack, while still trying to deal with the pain. Oh my God. 35,000 thoughts per second. Jumped up to 70,000 thoughts per second is a lot to manage. It's a lot to juggle, especially in excruciating pain that is about to kill me. Anyways, so we have an object with multiple objects, okay? When I'm telling you that this is going to pass in between this gap right here, it is ones that are trailing along might come closer. Okay? Does that occur to you? Did that occur to you that these objects aren't alone, that they have other objects with them that might not exactly stay on course, that might veer off course by magnetic attraction? Magnetic attraction? We could magnetically attract one of these things, possibly. Okay, you guys? Do the crying thing about your families again? I sure hope you're not mocking me, because when I explain what mocking me does, you're going to feel real bad for your comments. Okay. Oh, you are mocking me? Oh, good. Bring it on, please. I am so ready for the spiritual attack that I will be taking on tonight for you. Do you understand me? I will be going through hell tonight, spiritual attack on a massive scale for you, whoever that smartass was. You better come back tonight and connect the dots, because I'm going to straighten you out. Sorry, the rest of you people, you did not deserve to hear that part of me. But I've had it up to here with this bullshit. Now, back to where I was. Okay, so not only are we having huge, massive objects, front and back, but all their little buddies trailing with them. Oh, yeah, and no, I don't block anybody. I can't block people because it's important that they see this. Whether they believe me or not, it's important that they still see this. I do not block people because I don't care what they think anymore. Now, back to where I was. Thank you. I didn't mean to get mad at you for saying block them. You were right. I should block them. That's what a normal person would do. Shit, I could get rid of the demon attack by simply blocking him, right? Right? But then I didn't forgive him, did I? See, I need to forgive him. And that's what I do. I forgive people. They know not what they do yet. Pretty soon, they will know what they're doing. But at this point, they know not what they do. So I have to forgive them, which then induces a demon attack on me, okay? Let me just spell it out for you real quick while I'm here. When a good man with real truth comes to somebody they love, and they tell them their truth, and that loved one doesn't want to hear it, doesn't want to listen, that creates a rift in the spiritual realm in that individual with the truth. Okay, when the other person doesn't believe the individual with the truth, that makes that person with the truth righteous. Okay, all of a sudden in the spiritual realm, that person with the truth that's not being heard or understood becomes righteous. All right, now demons do not like righteous people, and they hate them, and they attack the shit out of them. Okay, so what you guys do, what you say, has repercussions in the spiritual realm. Okay, your attacks on me, I forgive, and therefore I absorb the demon attack for you. Okay, do you understand? Nobody else on the face of the planet does this. Absorbs the demon attack that you deserve for you. Okay, excruciating pain on levels that you can't even. Yes, focus, please. Thank you. Whoever said focus, please. Thank you. Because I'm getting to that part later tonight. This is more important. This is the red alert, okay? This is not a joke. That's why it's important that you guys tune in later tonight. I have to take down all of these sites and put up a whole bunch of stuff for tonight's show in excruciating pain. So let me wrap this up and get over this little attack, have a cigarette, regain my composure, get on my knees and say the most important prayer I have had to say in my entire life tonight before doing tonight's show, okay? So thank you for hanging in there, bearing with me, and putting with my rants. You will soon understand why, okay? That's it for right now. Start preparing, you guys. The 27th is the first impact. Followed right the next day on the 28th by something even more brutal, okay? No, I am not saying I am Jesus reincarnated. Did you just not hear what I said? Just stay tuned, please. Just stay tuned to tonight. When we connect the dots, you will see, and I will not have to explain anything. You guys should be able to wrap your brains around it when we see a big picture staring you in the face, okay? So please, just a little more patience as I wrap this up, do dishes, settle everybody down, me too, and realign for next show, and everybody get your stuff done in that meantime. Don't leave yet, please. Okay, hang on. In that meantime, this next hour or two, take care of whatever little business you got to take care of so you can sit down and dedicate some time to my next broadcast. This next broadcast will probably be the most important broadcast in all of human history, dare I say. All right? I think that's about all I can do for right now. It's about all I can take. So please bear with me. Please pray for me in these next couple hours. I'm praying for all of you guys, okay? And get your stuff taken care of. I'm doing my dishes and everything so I can come back and dedicate some time to this show. What time? That's a good one. What time should I do this, you guys? What time should I do this? It's what, 7:15, 45 minutes, 8 o'clock. Somewhere after 8 o'clock, right around there. You guys, what's going on here with the bell too? Are you guys getting notifications? Because I go live and sit here for a few minutes while I'm praying and stuff, and I only see like one person show up. So I'm wondering, are you guys getting your alerts or what? And if you're not, try to undo it and redo it again and reset it. I know they shadow ban me like a MFer because of my information. You guys are fortunate enough to be here. How, by the grace of God, I don't know how you guys made it to my channel, but you did. Anyways, so yeah, just make sure your notifications set and do not miss tonight's show. All right. We're doing the forecast for tonight right now because the next part is all dedicated to the dots and the connecting of them and the big picture. Okay, so that's it for tonight, or for right now. Maybe 8:30, between 8 and 8:30 in that zone. Look, okay, and if you don't get your alert, just come to my channel. Click on, open up a page and have it sitting there waiting or something, okay? I don't know, however you guys do it, okay? I'm just trying to get you guys on the same page with me so we can go kick some ass, okay? All right, that's it for right now. I love you all, bless you all, and I'll be back in a little while. Bye.